Without warning, Dispatch swooped in and stole our hearts, minds, and wallets, including mine. I know I typically talk about RPGs, but a crow needs a break every now and then, and Dispatch delivered in ways I wasn't prepared for. Hello crows and non-crows alike, my name is Joe Mac, otherwise known as Support Crow, and today, we're changing it up a little and I'm giving you 5 reasons why I love Dispatch. Number 1, episodic linear content. Believe it or not, I have never played any Telltale games. I haven't played The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, the Batman games, or the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I haven't played any of them. I have the Expanse game in my Steam library, but I haven't played it for whatever reason. This is mainly because I focus on RPGs. Skyrim, Fallout, Dragon Age, Mass Effect, Cyberpunk, Avowed, you get the idea. But while I was playing The Outer Worlds 2, something strange happened. I played through the first open map doing all the missions, but I had leveled my character so bad that I had to restart the game. When I returned to the open world section of the next playthrough, I felt sick to my stomach. I turned the game off and walked away. I've recently developed major open world fatigue, which is a problem because many AAA games, especially RPGs, have some kind of open world, open map feature to them. The vast majority of the games I play all feature an open world, so I was kinda at a loss. Dispatch, a linear episodic experience, swooped in and saved the day. There is something very satisfying about immediately moving on to what's important instead of traveling to the next objective. That may or may not actually pay off the anticipation. Number 2, a superhero workplace comedy. I'll be honest, I was worried this was going to be a cheesy, gimmicky theme, like redoing The Office but with superheroes. Thankfully, it did not turn out like that. It's a comic book superhero story with mature comedy rather than straight up plain satire that happens to have superhero people in it. It turns out that superhero workplace comedy is a pretty unique and fun genre, and I hope to see more of it. Number 3, replayability. I have played this game 5 times so far, and I'm planning 2 more runs as I'm typing out the script. The first playthrough is my true save file. I romance Blazer, Invisigal got cut, which I know is going to earn me some dislikes, and Coupe ended up getting jailed because I couldn't beat her in the dispatch mode. The second run was my opposite. I romanced Vizzy, I defended her, but for whatever reason she still went the villain route, and Sonar actually ended up getting jailed. And for that playthrough, I played the dispatch game intentionally bad to see what would happen, and well, LA got destroyed, and that's what happened. Other runs have just been some kind of combination of different choices and seeing the differences between them. My next playthrough, I'm just going to let the timer go out and let Robert make all the decisions and see where that takes me. Number 4, great writing. Luckily, the narrative leans more to the dramatic than to satire. I believe that pays off greatly, especially when you start getting to those deep and heavy moments in the last 4 episodes. The writing is very good about subverting expectations within episodes and across episodes, and even within scenes. Sometimes you'll be experiencing something tense or comedic, but it abruptly switches to something light or heavy in a way that doesn't give you any unintentional narrative whiplash. And there's a number of narrative themes that play out throughout episodes and within episodes that are really well done too. There's this whole, bad people trying to learn to be good dynamic that hits home, so I appreciate that. In one of the episodes, we talk about whether or not circumstances determine whether or not you are inherently a good or bad person. The circumstance in this case being what type of superpower you may or may not have. And towards the end, we see this theme of whether or not we make choices because it has the best chance to succeed, or is it because it's true to ourselves. And you see that kind of reflected in 2 different characters. Invisigal is going to make the choice that feels best for her, what is right for her in the moment. Meanwhile, you have Shroud, who has it mathematically calculated down to the best percentage. Overall, the majority of the characters are fleshed out, the deviations pay off well for the most part, and there was only like 1 instance across the whole game where I thought a character did something that would not have made sense for them. It was the second to last episode, so I think it was just a matter of needing to get someone in a situation. But the scene that followed reintroduced a character in a really great way, so I'll let it slide. And number 5, the community. While the game itself is great, I can't talk about my enjoyment of the game without also mentioning the community and the content creators that were playing this alongside everyone else. Although I loved making different decisions and seeing the results, I got just as much entertainment and joy out of watching other people making their choices and react to what happens. Shout out to Grizzy, Corey, Kenshin, and Justin, the beanie hat guy, yeah, him. I'd finish playing through 2 episodes and then I'd run to YouTube to watch them flip out on whatever is going on. Also, shout out to Podcast Now, who was a close friend and had to endure my Dispatch conspiracy theories on Discord. I'll link them all down below if you'd like to give them a look. So those were my favorite things about Dispatch. It's typically not the type of game I play, but you know, circumstances permitting, I think I had a great time. I hope, I pray, I yearn for a season 2. I've got to play more Telltale games. I haven't played any of them. But the writer for this game wrote some of those games, and I really love this game, so I feel like I have to play them. Again, I normally talk about RPGs, but I spent so many hours on Dispatch, I had to make a video on it. If you played Dispatch, what were some of your major choices? Let me know down below. Again, I hope we get a season 2, but until then, be safe, be well, be kind. Bye-bye.